Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with American Motorcycle Trading Company and Texas Best Used Motorcycles. I'm here today to show you a 1998 Kawasaki Vulcan 800. And we're going to include this bike in our scratch and dent section for two reasons. It does have a few scratches. It does not have any dents that we can find. Got a couple scrapes, and I'm going to point everything out to you. The bike has 38,800 miles, which for a 1998 model is not a lot of miles. But there's a couple little things with the wiring I want to show you. Some things that we found when we were checking the bike out. The bike is finished in an orange metallic, and it's obviously not the original paint, so it has been repainted. There's no Kawasaki decals on the tank. It's got a nice seat with a passenger backrest. It's got some throwover soft vinyl saddlebags. Back here on the rear fender you can see some of the chips and scratches right here on the leading edge. You can also see the back tire is in good condition. And this bike, the way you see it is the way we got it. We have not washed it, we have not detailed it, we haven't changed oil, we've done nothing to the bike. We're selling it just like you see it as is. So if you don't mind changing oil and you don't mind doing a little cleanup, and you don't mind a couple scratches, you're going to have you a pretty nice motorcycle for a pretty cheap price. It does have a set of Vance and Hines staggered pipes. It's got the rider floorboards, passenger floorboards. And going around to the front of the bike, you can see the front tires in real good shape. It's probably 50%. There's a scratch right here on the fender. The windshield is functional, but it's just kind of got scratches and scrapes. It's hard to see in the video, but it's real, it's kind of dull. It's almost like the material itself needs to be replaced. And it looks like it was dropped, maybe a light drop. There's a little scrape right here on the master cylinder, and the ball on the end of the brake lever has got some rash, and it looks like it might be bent just a little bit. But walking around to the back of the bike, I want to show you this toggle switch. They wired up some of these little lizard lights that you can turn on at nighttime. They're red LED lights, and you can see the water spots on the chrome. You know, we have not cleaned this bike up. It's just like we got it. But this is real important, what I want to show you. Typically when the motor gets warm, the electric cooling fan up front comes on automatically. It's thermostat controlled. Well, apparently that system failed, so they've hooked up a toggle switch. So if you're idling in traffic, you got to remember to flip that switch up to turn on the cooling fan. But also when you're running down the highway, you can turn it off because you got plenty of air circulating on the radiator, and this is a water-cooled engine. So that's one of the reasons we're putting it in the scratch and dent section, because that thermostat control is not functioning properly. I'm going to go ahead and start it. The motor runs good, starts good. It's a little bit loud with the Vance and Hines pipes. It's a chain drive. It looks like the chain could stand to be lubricated. It's got some scratches here on the windshield. There's a little mark here on the ball. It's not bad. One of our technicians said the bike had an oil leak, but I've run it around and it may be leaking, but it's not dripping, so it might be a very, very minor leak. I took a picture underneath the bike, and you can see it's moist under there, right on the very bottom. Yeah, you can see a little drip right here. That's probably what he's talking about. So it does have an oil leak from the bottom part of the engine, but I guess with 38,000 miles, a little bit's to be expected. But this bike's going to be priced right. I'm Bronco Bob with American Motorcycle Trading Company, and I'm showing you a 1998 Kawasaki scratch and dent special. So if you buy this bike, don't forget about the fan switch and the lizard lights, which are a lot of fun. Have a great day. This is Bronco Bob wishing you happy trails.